You're listening to Dubstep and Dragons, a D&D 5e actual play podcast with a
Matt,
cyberpunk twist.
As Alphonse, serious question. Hooters and Cooters.
Yes.
I've got so many questions about how nasty this place is.
I will find out. It's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad. I haven't like obviously fleshed it out because it was just created.
I feel like Norris is going to be right at home.
It was just created a little bit. Actually, I might let old Bo design Hooters and Cooters.
There might be one or two mutated cockroach strippers.
It's his mind baby. What?
What?
Okay. I maintain veto power.
Come on. You just said I can create it.
I just was excited because I heard there might be like a beaver take with live beavers in it.
It is Hooters and Cooters.
I don't know.
Yeah. That will be seen eventually, I'm sure.
Oh, boy.
Oh my gosh, I think next door should be Titters and Critters.
That's for the kids.
Titters and Critters. What in the fuck?
Jesus. Titters and Critters.
We're off to a great start.
Is it critters or like southern critters, like just random animals?
I don't know.
It's all roadkill on the menu.
Yes. What kind of critter are you in the mood for?
It's like squirrels with 3 heads. All this radioactive mutated shit that they found.
Oh,
Daddy,
my
I want
God.
possum on a stick.
That hurt worse than a butt cheek on a stick.
All I can think of now is
How
that
else would you eat a possum?
I don't know.
Gotta have the stick.
is when they go to that possum amusement park in the Goofy movie. Is all
Oh,
I'm thinking
yes.
of right
What
now.
was that
Oh my
place
God.
called?
I don't remember, but it's wonderful. I forgot about that.
Jeez.
That's all I'm seeing right now. Like
Oh,
that's
it's-
exactly what
it's
I'm
just
seeing
a
for Titters
really-
and Critters.
It's just a really shitty Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh gosh.
Just roadkill animatronics.
Oh,
Oh, this episode's going to be great.
It's always the peek behind everything. We record 2 episodes once a week. It's always the second episode. Like
We gotta do better warm-ups.
yeah, it's almost like the first episode is like our warm up. And then the second one, like everything's rolling.
just off the walls.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you're listening to one that kind of sucks, just wait for the next one.
The next one will be better, I promise. It doesn't help that the last one was our first time playing D&D in weeks because somebody ditched us.
That's me, Bo. Sorry, family deaths are really an inconvenience.
Yeah, as soon as I said that, I was like, "Oh shit, that's right. It was for a funeral."
That's fine, Matt. I'll just be a dick.
Anyway, my name is Matthew, and I will be your game master.
My name is Dan. I'll play Alphonse.
I'm Luke. I'll play Ash.
I'm Bo, and I'm the dick that plays Norris.
Previously on Dubstep and Dragons, Alphonse got hacked, Ash got propositioned, and Norris got slapped.
Trice.
Hacks.
When we left our intrepid heroes, they were just sitting down in their first class seats, probably getting their butts air conditioned
Ooh,
and a hot towel handed to them.
that smells like mildew, probably.
No, this is first class, motherfucker.
Yeah, but
It's not
The
business
water?
class.
First class is still first class.
It's,
So-
fil-
Except
it's
the-
filtered.
Except,
okay.
except
Yeah.
the wine is fake.
that's fair.
Still has
fine.
alcohol though.
You drink enough of it, it tastes less and less fake.
Yeah, it's all fine. So yeah, you guys are in this beautiful first class car. There's about 20, we'll say 20 seats in this thing. And it's kind of like first class in one of the fancy airplanes that go like across the ocean, where you have almost like a little pod that you're in, and you can recline back and kind of have like a bed in there. It's real primo. Norris, this is probably the nicest place you've ever sat. Yes.
Mr. DM.
You know that raising your hand in a podcast medium does nothing for the audience, right?
Can I do an inside check to see if I see any innocent old ladies sitting next to me?
Oh, what is wrong with you?
You could do a perception check.
What are you, Matt Riff? You just go for all the old ladies?
You know, that's a 9.
That's a 9. There's a couple of, we'll say older. They're not old, but they're older. We'll say like 50s. There's a couple of them in there.
I'm going to walk up to one,
Of course you are.
and I'm going to get down on their level, and I'm going to say, "Are you actually a man?"
Oh, good.
I
Valid
don't-
question this day and age.
Mr. DM, while you're thinking about answering that, I do have a conversation I need to have with Ash.
Okay, go ahead. Have at it.
So, Ash, what do you need my actual role to be in this farce?
You are business, intellect, and you're kind of the know-it-all. Well, that's a really bad way of saying it. Not the know-it-all, but the smarts behind the business. Does that?
So, all those people that were propositioning us for business
Oh,
things,
yeah.
I could have played into that?
We could have. I was kind of gonna go lean at you.
You're his new business manager.
I'm his business
Yes,
manager.
there it is.
All right, let's get my name straight here real
Words.
quick. I'm
Words
Mr.
are hard.
Smith.
I love it.
Mr. Smith, business manager at large.
Yes.
Out of game. I just realized that the bodyguard doesn't have a name. I'll
You can
leave
make
that.
up your name.
You realize that it's just your face. You're just being
you're
you.
you're just Norris.
But
You're not
I want a faux name.
You want an alternate?
I want an alternate identity.
Gotcha. That's up to you, man. RP the shit out of it. Be. I don't know. I couldn't think of a name off the top of my head.
I'm Bruce Banner.
You're
Oh
Bruce Banner.
God.
Jesus.
Perfect. That's not trademarked.
I'm Bruce Danner.
There you go.
Deuce Danner.
No, it's Douche Danner. I'm Douche Danner.
Hey, don't be taking stabs at me like that. Come on now.
Well, I know exactly what the old lady's gonna say. Older lady. She's not old. She's go away, douche, and close her curtain.
I then proceed to the other older lady that I see.
And I'm gonna roll perception to see if she saw what just happened. She didn't see shit.
I also get down on her level and I say, "Are you actually a man?"
No. Do I? Closes the curtain. I don't know how to respond.
I walk
to it,
up
so
and
they're
I
just
like
gonna
put
close-
my hand on Norris's shoulder and go, I don't think it's right to ask.
Would you
older
please remove your
ladies.
friend from my space?
I'm sorry, he's
I've
new
been
to
burnt
this
before.
area.
Thank you so much. Such a sweet young boy.
I'm sorry. Anyway,
I heard that some people used to. Never mind.
they used to call it the Mile Club, but I think they call it the Mile Track Club now.
Yeah, Mile Track Club.
I just look at Ash and I'm like, "I'm sorry, man, but Arcos has really got me messed up."
I don't blame you. I get it.
Norris, maybe we don't need to look for love on a train.
I'm not looking for love, but if love happens to find me, I don't want it to be a man again. Not a mannequin, but a man again.
Maybe you should wait till someone
You could
initiates
probably
that.
shoot your shot with Arcos.
He
He did say you're charming.
I'll stick with D. I'm still going to work on D, so she can get the.
I would stick with D. And stay away from the D. I don't know. Whatever, whichever way you swing.
Have we made it this far without a D's nuts joke?
Yeah, we have.
Wow.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
there's been.
Not a
I
D's
do
nuts.
believe that there's been
2D?
D's nuts joke.
2D?
Maybe not 2D.
D
Maybe
needs a D's
about
nuts.
D.
Well, D could get D's nuts.
I'm going to go sit down before I cause it.
She might shoot you.
That's fine. It's but a flesh wound.
It's but a flesh wound. All right. So
I'm gonna go get my butt air conditioned now.
yeah. So you guys are
I
sitting
feel like
in your
Norris
seats
is a
and
kid in a candy store right now with
Yeah.
all this.
about a half hour later, security comes through and just checks everybody, make sure you are where you're supposed to be, stuff like that. They secure all the luggage, and after a little while, train gets rolling. Anything you guys want to do on this first day of travel?
I want to mess with everybody that I possibly can.
Is there anything in particular?
Just practical jokes, mainly on security.
Can I get an example of what you would do? I have to decide if you're going to be
Oh, here we
removed
go.
from first class or not.
I don't know. I don't think it's anything harmful.
Okay. Well, just roll a charisma check.
You know I'm not very charismatic. 10.
10. They don't remove you from first class, but they do ask you to stay in your seat.
That's fair.
They ask very sternly.
Can I ask the security guard if there's any way I can get my AC a little more pressurized for my butt?
Sir, there's a knob.
It's
Right.
maxed out, sir.
Then no.
Can you blow on it a little?
No, absolutely not. Sir, if you could just stay in your seat and keep everything to yourself, I would appreciate it.
I'll try.
Anybody else?
Is there like a computer system or anything that we have access to while in here? Or
You would have, we'll say, very slow internet.
like dial-up speed internet?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Like,
Does it make the same noises?
no.
Dang it.
and it's expensive, but you don't care about money.
I'm going to try to research why all of a sudden carbon is more approachable.
Oh, that's easy. So you give me an investigation check.
I need one of those big D20s.
Thing's huge.
16.
16. With a 16, you basically open up the internet in your seat, on your screen, and carbon is plastered all over the news. Like, this is the first real news cycle since his takeover, or since his involvement with Noogle. So he is all over the news, and everybody wants a piece of him.
Okay.
Anything from Alphonse?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my dice set.
You're gonna play? Are you gonna do some gambling?
I'm gonna do some gambling on the train.
Are you looking for a particular type of target, or are you gambling with them?
I'm
Or
gonna gamble with whoever is on board.
give me a perception check.
I'm percepted as fuck. That's a 21.
Okay, with a 21, you see a guy who is he's sitting in his seat and he looks out of place. He's wearing just like baseball cap, basic jacket, jeans. Everybody else in here is dressed in suits and more business attire. This guy looks out of place, and he's got sunglasses on. Like he looks like he's trying very hard to kind of stay low key, and he looks a bit shifty.
I like it. I definitely walk up to this gentleman. I go, "Hello, Mr. Smith. I'm Mr. Smith.
You're Mr.
Handshake,
I am
yes.
not Mr. Smith. You're Mr. Smith.
I'm Mr. Smith.
I am Mr. Minkowitz.
Minklewitz. I will not remember that. I'm going to call you Mr. M.
Perfect. What can I do for you?
Let's gamble. Roll some dice. You in for a bit of a
give
betting?
give me an insight check.
I also am just going to follow Alphonse because I too would like to gamble.
19.
19. You see a little twitch in his eye at the mention of gambling, and he immediately reaches in his pocket and produces a set of dice. So, you don't recognize me, do you?
Not at this moment.
Well, that's for the best for me. What do you say, 21?
Yes.
So, how we're going to do this, you're going to take 4d6, and anybody else can join in this if you would like.
Norris is joining. While we're gathering our dice, I just whisper to Alphonse, "What does he mean by 21?"
So, what you're going
You'll
to do,
find out.
what you're going to do, roll your 4d6, add them up, and the goal is to get as close to 21 without going over. You can re-roll any of your dice
Once?
once.
As many as you want.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I did my
Okay.
reroll.
Okay. What's your total?
18.
17.
I forgot. I got 18, so we push.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. That's 12.
Oh,
18.
17.
18 for Norris.
So 19?
19. All right. You didn't push because you lost.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay. So he's well played. You like to take some risks.
No, of
I have-
course.
Do you do this often?
Gambling?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Well,
I just got a long train ride.
there's a tournament in Nashville. That's where I'm headed right now.
Oh.
There's a tournament there. You could win some real money. Something to think about. It's going to be it's at it's at the Morning Star.
The morning.
It's near the Grand Ole Opry.
This is my first time riding a train east. Does this typically make a stop overnight in that town?
Well, you can just hop on a train the next day.
Oh, just asking. I'm not sure customs.
Not typically,
Not typically.
but if you want to win some real money, that's the place to go.
So what are you known for, sir?
I do this professionally.
Professional gambler, eh?
Absolutely. It's the only way I've survived this long. Everything's a gamble.
It is. Let's go again.
All right. One more.
One last. And we
While,
can do this on the side.
while you guys are gambling, can I sleight of hand his bag?
Whose bag?
Mr. M's.
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
I just want to see what he's got in there. Any money that he might have stolen away for this trip?
Give me a sleight of hand.
I don't even know what my sleight of hand is. I probably should have looked at that beforehand. 15.
I'm going to use... I just recently made a character, and I make a shit ton of characters for no reason. And his title is Degenerate Gambler.
Of course.
Jeez.
Because that was his personality type.
For you people at home, Matt has told us that he makes so many characters he doesn't give them names. He just names them off of what they want to do,
I've got
or what he
a-
wants them to do or be.
I've
and
got
it's
like
kinda
100
funny.
and some characters.
That's crazy.
Made, many of them with backstories. So, you reach down to grab his bag, just subtly. You know, he's
While he's
gambling, so the
distracted.
guy's distracted. And just as you're about to reach into the bag, you feel you just see this real fast twitch, and he reaches down and grabs your wrist, and he just leans over and looks at you. Oh, you don't want to do that.
Oh,
You just leave that right where it is.
I was just scratching my ankle.
Sure you are. And he takes the bag and he just sets it on the other side. Dang it.
Mr. W, good to meet you. I added 17 on my last roll.
Oh, I haven't done my reroll. Well, let me give this a shot. I think I'll do.
Mr. W. I like it.
Ooh, and it got worse. You win again. You have a real knack for this. I'd seriously consider that tournament.
I will. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Anyways, back to it. It's good to meet you.
Yeah. Hope I see you there.
Yes.
And he puts his dice away and kind of makes himself comfy in his chair again. Anything else?
Oh, I'm just...
All right. I need somebody to roll a d20. You want to roll high.
Whew. 17.
17. Perfect. The day goes on without any hiccups. Smooth sailing. You know that you're after one full day of travel, you only have about a half a day before you get to Nashville. So you guys sleep through the night. If you need a long rest, you can take a long rest. Next morning, you wake up. Train is still chugging along. You're still in an underground section of it, which is usually pretty safe. Downside is there's nothing to look at. For day 2, anything for anybody day 2?
I'm going to lean over to Alphonse,
Okay.
or Mr. Smith in this case, and go, you were pretty good at that gambling. You sure you want to do that tournament?
Oh, I don't want to ruin our mission.
I mean, we could always spare a day.
Well, I don't know what to expect. I'd hate to make a plan and go south.
True. I'm just saying, we could score some extra loot.
You're rich as balls.
This is very true.
I'm seriously just here to have fun and do bard things.
I just figured you wanted to have some fun.
Oh,
And you're pretty good at this.
quite, yeah. I don't know, maybe.
Think on it.
Think on it. I mean, truly, we should get where we're going. We do have a time limit.
True. So, I was just making a suggestion.
Okay.
All right. So, yes, Mr.
With the-
Man who raised his hand on an audio format.
Norris would like to wave down one of the security guards.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I was just wondering. You think I could get a tour of where they drive this train at?
No, sir. I'm sorry. We have to keep that highly secured.
I mean, you can pat me down if you want. I'll strip search right here. And Norris starts undo his shirt.
Sir, I can clearly see your hands.
Mr. Danner, not here.
I just want to see the caboose.
That's not the caboose.
Ain't
You'll-
that what you call the front of a train?
Sir, that's the rear of the train.
Well, what do you call the front? The face?
That would be the engine.
Yeah, I want to see the engine.
I cannot take you up there. That is highly secured.
Well, that's okay. Can I talk to the captain?
No, sir. He's up with the engine.
How close can you get me?
About 4 cars away.
Is that enough to see out the windshield?
You're currently 4 cars away.
Well, that's no fun. What kind of fun stuff you got on this train? I'm getting a little antsy, and you told me I can't leave my seat.
Well, sir, I can bring you some games, a deck of cards. There's a screen in front of you.
Yeah, I'll take a deck of cards.
He goes up and he hands you a deck of cards.
I then look at him. I take the cards. I look at the cards or whatever, and I take the cards out, and I said, "Hey, do you want to play a game with me?"
I'm sorry, sir. I'm working.
Oh, it's a quick game. 5 seconds.
Very well. What do you have in mind?
I take the cards and I spread them in my hand, and I say, "Do you see the cards?"
I do.
And then I close them, and I kind of shuffle through them a little bit, and I take the whole deck in one hand, and I say, "You ever play 52 card pickup?" And I just shoot them all in his face.
So he stays just straight faced as the cards all hit him in the face. That's very good, sir. That's great joke. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. And as soon as that happens, these little bots come out and they start cleaning up the floor.
And I just say, "Hey, that's cheating. The
Sucking
loser
up
picks
the
them up."
cards. Have a good day, sir. Goes back to his post.
Norris, how serious are you about seeing the front car?
I'm pretty serious. I'd love to see one. I've never seen one before.
Let me
I mean, the first time I was in a train, I was bound, gagged, and bondage. And now, first class is good, don't get me wrong, but I kind of want to see what it does up there.
Okay, let me see if I can help you. I stand up, walk over to the individual guarding. I go, "Sir, Mr. Smith," and I reach my hand out, shake his hand. "Hello."
Yes, Mr. Smith.
So, my friend, clearly not the smartest, not the most intellectual, would really like to see that front car. Is there anything we could work out?
I genuinely cannot grant access. The military car and the state car, the NATO car, and the engine are all locked from the inside.
Oh, there's a NATO car in front of us.
Yes, sir. Every train has a NATO car and a
State car, okay.
and a state car. Yes.
Okay. No one we can talk to?
Nobody that's going to let you in.
Okay.
I'm very sorry. I would love to give your friend a tour. It's just I literally cannot.
Disappointing.
I'm very sorry. It's for your own safety. It's for everybody's safety.
We're the risk-taking type.
That's wonderful, but we are not for a reason. There's enough issues with trains as it is.
I've heard
Yes.
that the one going to Kansas that got all jacked up recently. I hope you didn't lose any friends on that.
I not that I'm aware of, but this is a very dangerous business.
Okay. I'd step away.
Okay.
Just break down the fucking door.
Can I
How subtly do you say this?
I say it really loud.
see if there's a way to sneak in? I look at Alphonse and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
what if I make a little bit of ruckus back here in the back? Think you could tech check the door?
Absolutely.
Think you could get us in?"
I doubt it, but I can try.
You guys are gonna end up dying because
I want to see the engine.
because he wanted to be the kid that gets let into the cockpit
want-
of the plane.
My metaphorical wings, damn it.
All right. I'm assuming that you. What do you have in mind for a distraction?
I'm going to stand up and I'm going to look at the security guard who specifically told me to stay in my seat.
Huh?
And I'm going to walk to the back while I intensely stare into his eyes. And I go, "Hey, Mr. Security Guard, you ever seen a grown man naked?"
Sir,
You want to? And then I just drop
sir,
trow and I'm
sir.
moving right in the back of the car.
And you just see him go to his collar and he's, I have a code moon in first class.
Golden moon.
I need some security personnel, please.
Real question, Mr.
I thought
DM.
you were a security personnel.
How are the grannies reacting to this? Is
They
it a stripper show for them?
Please tell me their heart rate gets at least a little elevated.
they just can't control themselves.
Yeah, that's good.
They are staring.
This is a lot of man to
Absolutely.
see mooning right now.
I bet you have the skinniest butt.
It is ridiculously skinny. I am
just-
all upper body,
just all
100% prison bodied.
Just all back, just straight from
well,
back to
there's
thigh.
a little bit of a lump there, but it's like not enough lump to
You
be
sure it's not like
impressive.
an indentation?
I mean, it might be.
'Cause
My ass did get turned to ground Norris
that's true.
at one
That's
point.
true. Okay, so while he's doing this and security personnel is on its way, go ahead and roll your tech check.
It's a 15.
So you try. I'm assuming. Are you trying to like punch in a code, or are you popping the cover off, or
I'm
what are
gonna
you doing?
try to punch in a code. I'm just gonna assume that they use the same code on all the trains. Especially because we're heading towards a NATO car, so maybe they didn't change the code.
Would he get advantage because he's NATO background?
I was gonna say I will give you advantage because he's distracting, so you have time.
Okay.
So we're gonna say he's essentially giving you the help action
Oh, okay.
by mooning, so you can
You're welcome for my help from my ass.
What ass?
so you can
My assistance.
you can roll that one more time, and we'll see what happens.
23.
23. So you get down there and you can see the wear pattern on this touchpad. Somebody with very greasy fingers was in their lab.
Cheeto dust.
And when you punch in the code, the door doesn't unlock. The door doesn't open. You hear, "Yes, is there an emergency?"
Yeah, yes, sir. We're trying to make it to the engine. We heard there's problems.
I haven't heard. Make a deception check. I haven't heard of any problems in the engine. I would definitely know.
Mr. DM, how do you roll in that one when I have plus 11 to deception?
So, rules is written.
No, we were almost there.
The worst I could have rolled.
Rules is written. That is a 12.
Okay.
But a 12 is not going to do it.
But in that one would be way funnier.
Oh, my bad. False alarm. There's some naked guy back here. Yeah, didn't you hear security was called?
Yes.
We're
but-
having problems. It's going south. Grannies are getting hard.
Oh my god. So they were men.
Sir, if you could return to your seat, I'm sure security will be up to deal with the man.
I don't know if it's going to help fast enough. Let us out.
I'm sure they will be. Make a persuasion check that you're calling for help.
Oh, persuasion. Okay.
This is going to be a pretty high DC.
That is 27.
Oh my god.
Yes.
What did you expect? It's a bard.
So the DC was 25.
Oh, jeez.
So
I
you're
said
saying
it-
there's a
I
chance.
set it at a pretty high DC.
I didn't even roll that good.
So as soon as you say this, you hear the door unlock, and the door to the NATO car slides open, and there are 3 heavily armored NATO soldiers
Oh my god, I'm gonna
on
die.
the other side of the door. and they immediately they see you and they clock that you don't work for the train. And so he points to you, Alphonse, and he says, "Detain him."
Oh no!
Make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Don't tell me it's another nat
Another one.
Oh my god! This is an emotional roller coaster.
That's for a total of 9 on acrobatics.
I was absolutely not prepared for this. So I tell you what, we're gonna say it's this. We're gonna say it's this guy.
What about dash? I'm dashing. I could dash one of these train cars.
Oh my gosh, he rolled. Oh, but you rolled a natural one. With your modifier, what is it?
9.
Because I only rolled a 3. So you guys would actually tie with his modifier. You guys would
okay.
both have a 9. So you guys are deadlocked in this grapple. Give me another athletics or acrobatics.
24.
So he goes this big sumbitch, just loaded down with armor and shit, goes to grab you, and your quick little fucking legs just zip you right out from underneath, and you're basically just you pop out from under his arm, and you're standing next to him, and the main guy, fucking grab a hold of him, you get him.
We just needed help. What are you doing?
And
do you not see the naked man? I point clear to the back.
And so the leader stays in the doorway, and another guy comes out. So there's one trying to grab a hold of Alphonse, and then this guy comes lumbering through, and
At this point, I run up and I go, "I'm sorry, sir. I'm just trying," and I try to talk him down from it, detaining him.
give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
Yeah.
Oh, that's still pretty decent. I really like this die.
Parkour.
You said, what was it? Persuasion?
Yeah.
Just wanted a fucking
Oh.
tour, man.
17.
Oh, you beat him by 1. And so this guy's just contain your friend.
Which one?
The one mooning everybody.
I will try to do it, but we'll...
Norris would just shake his ass at him.
At this point, I would like to make a check on what's inside. If there's anything actually in that car that's valuable. The NATO car.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception or investigation, whichever one.
I'm going to look for my better modifier. Which one would you prefer? Investigation or perception? Okay. That's a 13.
13. You see general military. You see lockers full of weapons. You see some armor. You see general military equipment.
Okay.
There are a couple of large crates in there, but you can't tell what's in them.
Nothing on our list that I can clearly make out.
No.
Okay, cool.
No. And so these guys come through and they're more because they realize that none of this is like acts of violence, it's just acts of lunacy. They're approaching it as though you're a bunch of people in first class that
Never been in first class before.
yeah. And so they're like, "Sir, we're going to have to either detain you or you're going to have to put your clothes back on and sit in your seat and stay there for the remainder of the journey."
It is his birthday. He just wants to see the big car up front.
He cannot go up front. That is not an option.
I would just turn and look at the guy and be like, "Hey, look, I'm sorry. I'm diabetic. You know, I mean, some diseases you just can't cure, and I might just have one of them. So, you know, my blood sugar's a little low. I'm kind of like a little
diabetes 40 years ago.
Well, they didn't cure mine. See this weird soft spot I got in my head? Like, I show them, like, my, cereal bowl in my head. And I'm like, you know, this thing really... I'm sorry.
Sir, I think you have a problem other than diabetes.
Is there a, like...
I am not a doctor, but that looks like something that is not diabetes.
Well, then how can you tell me that they cured diabetes 40 years ago?
Because my grandfather had diabetes.
Well, then you know what I'm going through.
Sir, I need you to take your seat. We can get you something for your diabetes. Like a cure.
As they're distracted, I would like, do any of them have clear badges or keys? I would like to slide.
So you're next to the door to the NATO cabin, and I did say that the commander is standing at the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go ahead and roll. I will bring up his. He's not super perceptive. That's a 6.
24.
Oh, wow.
So he's so distracted with the guy with his ass out and trying to calm the other people in the cabin. He's, everybody calm down. This will all be resolved here momentarily. And you just reach out and just swipe his key card from him.
Sweet.
You have a NATO commander's key card.
Okay, thanks.
If everybody could just please have a seat.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. I'll sit down. I didn't mean to cause a ruckus. I'm actually a prop comic on my way to Nashville for a show, and I'm just trying out a new gig.
Roll a deception check. For the dumbest deception ever.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit! 23.
Now you guys can
For
roll?
deception?
Oh, I thought you said perception.
No! Deception. I was going to say your charisma is garbage.
17.
17. All right. Yeah, you definitely beat this guy's insight.
Would you like a taste of his show? And I
he's
flip over my dagger mic and start pounding on it.
So they're like
Yes.
they're like escorting you to your seat, and they're like, "Hey, can I get tickets to your show?"
Well, so you thought I was funny? You think I should put this in my gig?
I mean, it wasn't bad.
What's your name?
I mean, your butt is funny. It's very small.
Yeah. Well, look, and I just turn and I show it to him, and I go, first of all, don't call me small, but you see all these scars? I got them because I did like a madman jump during one of my skits, and I hit the ground and I skidded at like 60 miles an hour.
This sounds like a great show. Yeah, it's Sergeant James Harris.
All right, James Harris.
If
yeah.
you could just have tickets,
Yeah, I'll
at
get you. I'll get you some back.
Where are you? Where's your show at?
It's in Nashville. There, once you get there, you'll see signs for it everywhere.
It's the Grand Old Opry.
You're playing at the Grand Ole Opry?
I mean, I didn't want to like toot my own horn, but I'm playing at the Opry.
This is why we wanted him to see the front of the car.
So wait. Do you know Rebel Bell?
Yeah, no Rebel Bell.
Could you get me like backstage with Rebel Bell? We'll talk later.
Hey,
I'm
look.
sorry, I'm working right now, but yeah, if you could talk to Rebel Bell and have those tickets at Will Call for me, that would be
but
awesome.
hey, look, you better come and talk to me later because if I'm getting you backstage to my show and Rebel Bell, I'm gonna need a little something from you.
Oh yeah, if you could do that. Yeah.
All right, hey,
I'll be back.
where I come from, we spit shake on things. You can't break a spit shake.
And he's like looks over at his commander.
Turn around and look at it.
The commander's like talking to people, and he's shakes your hand.
All right, I'll remember this, Commander Harris, Sergeant Harris.
Yes, Sergeant. Not Commander yet. Soon.
Not yet, but
Hopefully,
hey, you've got the face for it.
Oh, man.
And I can tell you've got the stuff.
Man, you're all right. Sit down.
All right, I'll sit down.
I'll
pull
be
my
back
pants
later.
up.
Yeah, thank you. So,
I just picture Carmen Cross sitting there like, fuck you guys.
I know. I can only imagine. Like, I just look back at Ash, and he's doing exactly what Luke is doing right now for the people
I'm
at
like
home. He's just
rubbing
bitching.
my brow and
bitching the
in
bridge of
disappointment.
for a second there, I thought I was gonna have to like set up a combat where you guys fought these NATO dudes.
That was the shit showiest thing I think I've ever witnessed in my life.
So yeah, you all take your seats. You have a commander's security card. You have a comedy show at the Grand Ole Opry. Opening for Rebel Bell.
That's not what I have. I have a spit shake that cannot be broken with a sergeant in NATO.
Now we got to get a hold of Rebel Bell and try to get you an opening.
I like I lean over across the hall or across the aisle there where Alphonse is sitting, and I go, "Hey, so guess what I got?
What's that?
I got a spit shake with a sergeant in NATO, and he said if I can get him backstage passes to my show and to Rebel Bell, he'll owe me a debt.
Wow.
I'm getting to the engine."
Yeah. Check this out. And I just like see a key card.
And Norris's jaw just drops. That's way cooler than a spit shake.
And then I just like seal it back up, throw it in my pocket again. Like, we're getting up front.
Oh man!
Comedy show or not, we're getting up there.
So you guys have about 6 more hours before you get to Nashville.
He just wants to toot the horn. Toot, toot.
At about this time, you guys come out of the tunnel, and you're out in the open air, so you can see outside, and it's so this area is you're actually seeing like population out this far, and you see kind of like that homestead that you guys passed through at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
You see like small farms actually dotting areas. Like this is an area that's starting to rebuild agriculture and stuff like that, but on a very small scale.
Where did we come out by?
So you guys are just into Tennessee.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So just as you get into Tennessee, it's you're, like I said, you're in a nicer area that's starting to pick up on agriculture again, and they're actually putting filters out so that farmers can grow shit that's not mushrooms.
Fucking Mesopotamia.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So this is for all of you. This is something you haven't seen since the scorching rain. Somebody roll a d20.
Nose goes. My dice are all over the board.
So is Bo's. So this
Sorry,
ought to be
boys.
good.
16.
16. Day 2. At least your trip to Nashville goes off without a hitch. So
Before we get to Nashville, Mr.
okay, yeah,
DM,
you guys have 6 hours to do whatever shenanigans you wish to do.
do I notice anybody in the first class area that looks like a musician?
That looks like a musician.
Maybe they've got like some luggage that's like a guitar case, or maybe lots of tattoos like they're a rock star.
Give me a perception check, and we will treat it as perception/luck.
Wow.
Perception?
Yeah.
That's a dirty 20.
Damn. Yeah. So there's 3 people. It's 2 women and 1 man. Excuse me. 2 women and 1 man. Kind of off in the corner, and they're well dressed, but they don't quite fit in. You know, they're wearing more ostentatious jewelry than the rest of them. Couple of them are wearing like leather jackets and things that would make you think that, and also being in first class would lead you to believe that they may be musicians.
Do I see any musical instrument cases?
So musical instruments are very, very uncommon. So no, you don't see any musical instruments.
So I'm going to walk up to the man, because I'm not very good at talking to women.
We haven't noticed.
Yeah, I know. A face like this, you would think I'd be great. I would walk up to the man and I'll say, "Hey, I'm Jack."
Yeah, Jack. Yeah, what can I do for you? You need an autograph or something?
I mean, I don't think I need an autograph. I was just trying to make make small talk. You
Oh,
know,
I'm-
meet
I'm-
some new
I'm-
friends.
I'm sorry. I'm just that's what it's annoying, but it's what I'm used to. This is refreshing. Yeah. What?
Yeah. Nah, man. You know, I was just looking for some, you know, some new friends on this train ride. You know, not even new friends. Honestly, man, I'm just going nuts. If you couldn't tell, you know, I'm just looking.
We saw the deal earlier.
Yeah, you know, I do some weird shit when I get bored, man. I just like to make a spectacle of myself. You know, it gets the people
We're
going.
entertainers. We understand.
Oh, you're an
Yeah.
entertainer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. What do you do?
So we have a band.
A band. Oh, I was back before, you know, all this war and shit kicked off. I was actually a professor of music down in Georgia.
Roll deception.
Come on, it's just a conversation.
It's a low DC, but it's just whether they.
That's an 11. Deception.
Okay.
Hang on, wait a second. It's a 10.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I was a professor of music down in Georgia.
It's what school?
UGA, University of Georgia.
I
Go Dogs.
I did not go there.
Yeah.
But cool, man. Yeah.
I actually I played the banjo and I played the guitar. You know, I really like the string instruments, but you know, all that shit kind of got burnt up, so I don't have any of that anymore.
Well, I mean, you can find you can find like basic banjos and stuff like that in Nashville.
I know, that's why I'm headed down there. Actually, yeah.
They're expensive,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I've got some really nice connections with friends that, you know, I'm hoping he's going to get me one for my birthday. But what kind of entertainment business are you in?
So we're
A band, yeah. You said that.
we're a rock band.
What? That's cool. What's the name of your band?
Hang the fuck on.
Unarmed strike.
We're the Synaptic Surge.
Oh, Synaptic Surge. Oh man, that's cool. That's a really nice rock band name.
Yeah, you know, it's real heady stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you asked me if I wanted an autograph, so you must be pretty big. I mean, I don't mean to offend you by like saying that I don't know you, but you know, it's been a long few years. I've kind of been under the radar for a while.
And you know, our music is bigger in only certain markets. You know, it's no big deal. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I mean, you're not exactly our target demographic. You're a little old.
I mean, my music taste is a little eclectic. You know, I kind of listen to the new stuff. You know, I've got young hip friends.
Yeah. Real hip.
Do I hear any of this, by the way?
Oh yeah. Yeah. You're in a train car.
From across
I'm
the
curious where this is all going.
From across the room, I yell, "Chad doesn't count." Nah.
Shut the fuck up about Chad.
That was Rebel Bell.
Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. Have you ever toured with like Rebel Bell or like any of those guys?
Oh no, we're she's a couple steps up the ladder from us.
Well, she's playing in Nashville tonight. Or you guys got a gig out there or what?
Yeah, we're doing some small clubs and stuff like that. I mean, we're not playing at the Opry. She's basically always there.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Where are you playing at? Maybe we'll swing by. We're actually planning on going to the Opry. I'm doing a comedy club.
Fuckers having me come up with all these names.
To be fair, this was how this conversation was going in my head.
We're playing at the Shifting Sands.
Cool. Is the girl behind you with you?
Yeah, this is my band.
You three right here?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's awesome, man. Hey, you know, now that I know you, I'm definitely gonna check you out.
Shifting Sands.
Shifting Sands, yeah.
We're there every night for the next 3 nights.
All right, cool. I'll look you up, the Sandy Shifters, and then I'll just go back to my seat.
I was really curious where that was going.
I was hoping you guys were Rebel Bell or knew them.
So you guys could say anything else you want to do before you get to Nashville? Okay.
Hopefully, get to the front of the train car. I mean,
I don't think we're going to do that in 6 hours.
try.
Okay. So if If you're gonna try it, because otherwise I'm gonna fast travel it.
Oh, then fast travel it. I thought the guy was coming back.
Oh yeah, is Sergeant Harris coming back?
He
Is he
so
came back yet?
Sure. he the door into the NATO car opens, and he's I just have to. I'm just gonna use the restroom in here. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna take my break. And the door closes behind him, and he's, hey, so you work anything out?
Yeah, Sergeant Harris. Actually, I've got some connections with Rebel Bell, and I've got it all worked out. I mean, you know me. I'll just point you out and be like, yeah, he's with me, and you've got backstage passes for me.
Great.
Rebel Bell, I'll just say that you're with me. Her and I are actually good friends. I'll just bring you with me.
Really? What's her real name?
I can't tell you that. She doesn't like it to get out, and I actually, believe it or not, I guessed it. We're just having a couple.
Oh man, people have been trying to figure out her real name for years.
I know. I'm not a smart guy, and I just figured it out. I guessed it one day, and she literally pulled a gun on me. Here we were sitting on a couple bar stools, and Rebel Bell pulled a fucking gun on me. And
Apparently,
she said,
Rebel Bell is real fucking aggressive.
well, you don't get a name like Rebel Bell without doing some rebellious shit.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking
She
down.
lit that Waffle House on fire a few years ago.
I know. My uncle owned that Waffle House. That's how we got.
Oh my god.
That's how we got in contact.
You know so many people right now.
Oh my gosh.
So here I am sitting on this bar stool looking down the barrel of her fucking Derringer, and she said, if I tell anybody what her real name is, she'll fucking shoot me. So I ain't trying to get unalived by Rebel Bell. So her first name's Rebel and her last name's Bell, and that's all I can tell you.
That's great. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You know what, Sergeant Harris? I just need something from you, okay? My birthday was yesterday, and this is my first time on a train, Sergeant Harris. And look, I'm getting you backstage to 2 shows. And look, I know Rebel Bell's sold out, and I've only got 2 tickets left of mine. So if you can get me to the engine of this train and my buddy Alphonse, Mr. Smith over there, that's worth 2 tickets. 1 and 1, 1 and 1.
Give me a persuasion check. And you can
16.
He can take the help action if you want to roll again and see what you get. 16 is pretty good.
16.
Okay. So he's 16. He's like, listen, there's only one way you can get any further forward in this train.
How's that?
You have to either be NATO or be arrested by NATO.
Can you arrest us?
I mean, I can cuff you and throw you in a cell, but I don't know what good that does you. It's not going to get you into the engine.
Well,
How do you get out of the cell?
Well, ideally, it's a cell you don't.
Well, I mean, like, do you guys use the old school keys, or is it like electronic?
Well, no, it's key cards.
Oh.
Nobody uses a key anymore.
Okay.
I
I haven't been arrested before, have you?
I've been arrested a lot of times. I mean, you don't just show your ass in the middle of first class and not get arrested once or twice.
Yeah, fair enough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You
got any hardened criminals in there? Like, if you arrest me, am I going to die in there?
No, I don't have anybody in there. But you guys don't want to be. You don't want to be arrested.
No, but I want to see the engine, Mr. Harris. Can I call you Mr. Harris? I mean, I know you're a sergeant, but I feel like at this point, like, I consider you my friend. I'm bringing you back.
Of course.
All right.
If I could remember this guy's first name, he would tell you to call it by his first name.
All right, cool. So,
You look like a Scot.
Sure.
Scott Harris.
We're just going to say it's Scott.
all right, Scott, listen. Okay. You can arrest me. You know you're not actually arresting me. I know I'm not actually being arrested.
The problem is my commander's not. I can't tell him that I'm not actually arresting him.
Well, you can tell him you're actually arresting me. But then, maybe you just don't shut the door all the way. And
I
can
have
just
to
push-
shut the door all the way.
Well, can't you just, like, kick it and make it sound like it closed all
I
the way?
will get fired.
I'll
I
hire
have to actually lock you in there.
I'll hire you on to be one of my guys.
I have to.
How much do you make, Scott, how much do you make at this job?
I'm not. With a 16, you're not talking this guy into quitting his job. Listen, the best I can do is put you in a cell in the second car. That doesn't get you to the engine. I don't know what
That's fine, but it gets me one closer, right?
Gets you two closer.
Exactly. So that's already two closer than what I'm at.
And he's stressed. He's like, I mean, yeah, all right.
You're not gonna.
But you gotta arrest my buddy too.
You're not gonna fingerprint us or anything stupid like that, are you?
Do you have a fingerprinter
once we
on the
get
train?
to Nashville?
Oh, isn't that when you just let us go and like lose us? Oh gosh, they escaped.
Well, I mean,
Oopsie.
we could probably work something out, but I mean, I'm not gonna be the only NATO officer there.
That's fine.
Shit. He has a point.
Like, I could arrest you. You guys could sit in a cell behind the engine. I don't know what good that does you.
Well, you guys are just in the one above us, right?
Yeah.
How many people's in the cell train car?
Just one.
That's okay. I mean, that's fine.
So am I arresting you?
Well, you're arresting us.
Both of you.
Yeah.
You have the right to remain silent?
Do I need to do something to get arrested for?
Don't cuff my tight. I don't want them cuffed too tight, please.
No,
And I'd put my hands
I'll
behind
be nice. And he gently cuffs you, like they're loose, but they're on there. And he's and then he goes to you and he's well, I mean, hands behind your back.
But you got to remember, I got to be able to get you to the show tonight.
Yeah, I'm just doing my end of the favor. I don't.
All right.
What you do from there is up to you.
All right. Well, just remember, like, little loosey goosey, be all right.
Yeah.
All right. And I just put my hands behind my back, and then I look over at Ash, aka Carbon, and I'm like, I'm going to the engine.
Why?
You guys are making your own trouble. Yeah, with you two cuffed, he punches in the code on the door, and
I don't know why I'm sitting with my hands behind my back like I'm arrested. I'm getting into character.
You're really getting into character.
I'm getting into character.
I'm at a real big loss right now. I'm kind of watching as this unfolds,
Yeah,
and
I'm in the same boat. The light turns on. It's Sergeant Harris. I had to arrest those two guys in the first class car, and he just all right, and door opens. Commander and the other NATO officer are in there, and Sergeant Harris escorts the two of you through. You get into the next car. Doors open. Inside, it is 4 cells. And there's a NATO officer that is sleeping in a chair in the middle of the car. And he's, hey, wake the fuck up! What are you doing? I got prisoners for you.
Hi.
He walks over and takes his key card and taps it to one of the doors and gestures for Alphonse to walk in.
Okay.
And then closes the door behind you, goes to the next one, touches the key to the pad, opens the door, gestures for you to go in, Norris.
I'll go quietly this time. And then I just wink at Sergeant Harris.
And he's like, just like shrugs, like, okay. And closes the door behind you. And the guy sitting in the chair, the guard in there, so what are these guys in here for? He goes, he mooned people. Yep, that's what happened. Walks out the door into the NATO car. You guys are sitting in there with one sleepy NATO officer.
Nice. I go, hey, Alphonse,
Hey.
you still got that key card?
Oh, I've got lots of things up my sleeve. You have no idea.
I'm so ready. You ready to go see the engine? I am. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I disguised myself as the main.
We
The
broke
head
the DM.
And then I would like to try to sleight of hand my handcuffs off?
So the guard looks over. What the fuck?
Why am I in here?
Give me sleight of hand check.
Oh my god, this is so ridiculous. That's a 12.
Can I just bang on the?
He
can I-
made them very loose. So you slip out of your cuffs.
Like, what are you guys doing? Like, is this a prank?
Huh, Commander.
Is this a prank? And I grab the key card out and I put it on the door. Does it open?
Yeah.
Yes!
It just slides right open.
Jesus.
Commander, what are you doing in here?
Why were you sleeping? And why'd you let that guy lock me up?
Why did the sergeant lock you up?
I have no idea.
What is happening?
Is this prank day?
Oh my god. I must still be waking up. I'm so sorry, Commander. Please, I will do anything.
Just close your eyes and let me get this idiot out of here because he doesn't belong up here.
Why do I need to close? Why am I closing? Never mind,
Just
Commander.
pretend. We're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
pretend this didn't happen.
Yes, sir, Commander. And he covers his eyes. I would normally have you roll a persuasion check, but so silly. This is
The key card just sold it. I mean,
yeah. I mean, the appearance, the key card, just all of it.
So I walk up to the other cell and I buzz it, let good old Norris out, and I go in. And to top it off, officer, there's some shit going on in the first car. From what I hear, we need to go check it out. We'll be back.
In the engine?
Engine, yeah, like a terrorist attack potentially. I don't know.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Just
I-
hold your post.
Of
'cause
course,
you're doing a great
of
job.
course, I will be right here, vigilant as ever.
And I walk up to hopefully the door to the engine car, and I swipe the key card to see what happens.
It works. it's a NATO commander's fucking key card.
We're gonna head to the engine.
So as soon as you walk in, there's the pilot and the co-pilot, or I guess it would be conductor and assistant conductor,
co-conductor,
Engineer,
co-conductor,
conductor.
I don't know.
Maybe the conductor and the engineer.
the conductor and the engineer. they both pop up from their chairs and they're, Commander, what is?
There was rumors that there was a group of these people, and I point to Bose Norris on this train car trying to get to this. We arrested him
Why would you bring him up here?
because I having him tell me if there's anyone else up here. They
No,
are
no,
sneaky.
it was just me. But
All right, now you have to roll deception. Fuck, I am retiring this dice.
25.
5.
mercy.
And I'm just, this is what I'm doing. Don't question my methods. I'm doing my best here. This is fucked up.
I mean, as you can see, Commander, there's nothing here. So,
And Norris is just doing this.
Norris, this is all happening as you guys are getting into Nashville. And what you see is the train is coming through, and you're on this long land bridge. It's about 50 feet above the ground, but there's no water there. It's just keeping the track totally flat as it goes across these plains. And you are starting to see pop up all these billboards that are coming off of the tracks and then up. It's all these neon signs and these billboards for different bands, different shows. It's almost like coming into Vegas. And you see just every other one of them is a sign for Rebel Bell at Grand Ole Opry. and you see a sign advertising the dice tournament.
Oh.
And you see just all these billboards, but you're still going over these little homesteads that are kind of dotting the landscape. And the track just stretches on for miles ahead. And it's actually quite lovely. So compared to the Kansas City area, this Nashville area, because of all of these small filter towers, like the air is actually generally fairly clean,
Oh,
even outside of the city.
What do I see inside of the engine?
Inside of the engine, so it is a very simple cockpit. It's got 2 seats. It's got a lavatory. It's got just a bunch of gauges and readouts and stuff on screens in front of them, and it's got kind of a holograph heads-up display that just tells them they have views of on top of the train, the sides, and they have kind of a radar that shows the area.
That's all I wanted to see.
Okay.
I just wanted to see what was in the engine.
Oh my god. A whole
I'm
episode.
gonna have to go back through this group of people and somehow lie our way back to our seats without actually getting arrested.
I just wanted to see what was in the engine.
A whole episode dedicated to a 5-second description of a cockpit.
Can I ask them?
This can
If I
never
could-
be released. We will lose all of our listeners after this episode.
Can I ask them if I can toot the horn?
Can you ask what?
Can I ask them if I can toot the horn?
Can you give us a toot toot?
I don't even know what to do anymore. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh my god.
It's either a 1 or a 20, and I know it.
Not 20.
It's a 20. Oh my god.
So, in this super futuristic cockpit with holographic heads-up displays that's going so smooth across the tracks, it's like it's hovering. They have in the corner a rope hanging down from the ceiling. And attached to that rope on this electric train is a steam-powered horn. And when you ask this, they say, "Of course, son, Mr. Terrorist that wanted to take over the train, by all means, you may blow the horn."
I look over at Commander and say, "Commander, sir, can you undo my shackles?" So
Turn around and grab the shackles aren't coming off.
Norris just turns around, like awkwardly reaches up for the rope, and I can't touch it. So I'm like, "Can you please place it in my hand?"
Sure.
And Norris just grabs it and goes, "Whoop whoop."
Back to the prison cell.
Oh, what is wrong with you people? It's beautiful.
What was either that or encounters? I mean,
Yeah.
gotta make your own. What's Ash thinking?
Yeah, can we just like break the?
I'm trying to figure out if I need to bust my guys out of jail or try to.
So
What is
so
happening?
from your
like,
perspective, Ash? It's just a quiet. Now it's just a quiet, calm train ride. Like this is great.
I'm
This is-
accessing the computer trying to figure out how to get a hold of Rebel Bell if I have any connections with her. If and I gotta set up an opening act for this dumb fuck, and now I have to friggin'
That's the best part of all of this.
I'm sure
Is
you're
you guys
trying
could
to
have
figure
just-
out like, great. Now I got to think about how
You guys
we're
could
gonna
have
do
just bought him backstage pass. Like, okay, so much of this could have just been bought.
But as Ash is stewing on all of this, From the front of the train car, he hears toot toot.
And as I hear it,
You just know.
I just know.
No insight check necessary. You just know.
And right now, all I can think is just the biggest face palm. Like, oh my god.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Dan, did you need to get by?
Sorry. I didn't want to knock over your stuff.
Okay. So, Norris, you have tooted the horn.
I've tooted the horn.
you have seen the cockpit.
I have.
You and the commander escorts you back through the door into the brig,
Yep.
and
Can I see if the security guard in there is still covering his eyes? As
he
Commander
is
said?
not. He is no longer covering his eyes.
Can I?
Here. To be fair, give me a luck check. DC 15.
17.
He is still nervously in the corner, covering his eyes.
All right, we press forward.
Into the NATO car?
Yep.
Oh, this is gonna go. Oh boy, this
Here's
is where it's
it
gonna
gets
fucking hit the
interesting.
fan.
You take your card
Yes.
and you swipe it
Yes.
to get into the NATO car.
Yes.
The door opens.
Yes.
On the other side is three NATO officers, but two of them are facing towards you. One of them, the commander, is facing towards the back of the train. As soon as the door opens, you see confusion.
And I yell, "Arrest this man!"
And pointing at who?
The commander that I'm impersonating.
Oh my god.
So
My inside source, and I bump the prisoner, told me that someone was impersonating me.
And then I just like nudge my head. Him, it's that one.
okay. What is your spell save DC?
On what?
Just your spell save DC.
I don't
Go to spells.
Uh-huh.
It's at the top. It's probably like 16, 17, something like that.
Well, it's attack modifier 16.
16. So that is what they need to roll in order to see through your disguise.
Okay.
I thought they.
I feel like they should be at disadvantage
That's
because I have the key card.
I'll give you that. So that's a natural 20 and a 14 for that guy. So 14 for the first one, so he does not catch on. He just lost.
Was that Harris that didn't catch on?
It totally was. You know it was.
Oh, it's over. Okay, I'll roll this one.
I'm not.
I'd
But
give
that
you
was-
mine, but I don't
That
want.
was my one that was rolling good. Oh, that one rolled good too. And what did you roll? Oh wait,
It's a 16.
no, yeah, it's 16. So this guy got a 19 on perception. So you see he's got a set of goggles over his eyes, and you see them flash green and then flash red. And you hear he immediately postures and starts grabbing for his shock baton, and he's, "Arrest him!"
Sergeant Harris, they're all against you.
Everybody roll initiative. Actually, not you.
I was about to say, everybody or just me and Alphonse? 17 for Norris.
10.
10. Okay.
Oh, God. See, it wasn't just a whole episode to get to a 5-second description of the engine.
That's relying on a first level spell is rough.
Do I see any cockroaches in here?
Seeing that we're busted, I'd totally get your handcuffs off, though.
Well, Harris put them on pretty loose. I was going to bust
Oh,
through
yeah.
them anyway.
Yeah, it would just be like that scene in Superman where he's just like,
King.
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
16, you said? For Norris?
17.
17. Okay. And then 10 for Alphonse. That's a 17, so that's a tie, so we'll
Here.
give the tie to you.
Let's do this before you get too crazy with initiative.
Okay.
The one that's seen us, can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Yes. Wiz
16 is the DC.
14.
So the goggles flash.
Yeah.
He sees that we're probably not who we say we are. In the back of his mind, he hears, "Why would you arrest us? We mean you no harm."
Okay. Give me. We're going to do a contested initiative just between you and him to see whether he calls for arresting you first or you get this off first.
Okay.
Okay? So just roll another initiative and we're going to see which one gets first. Probably you.
18.
Yeah, I got a 12. So you, before he can call for your arrest, you get this off. What is this, a spell or?
Suggestion.
Okay. So he goes to grab. You see him reaching for his baton, and then he just relaxes. And him and Sergeant Harris are just Commander.
And with that, I go to put handcuffs on the real commander, and I'm guessing this is where shit gets sticky.
Roll athletics, because this is essentially
Well, his
you.
back's away. His
Yeah,
back's towards
yeah.
us, right?
So you have advantage because this is a surprise to him.
You said, what about sleight of hand?
Yeah, you could do sleight of hand. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
That's okay.
And I'll roll it against his perception. I was gonna do it like grappling, but we can do it like sleight of hand versus perception.
Okay, that sounds good. You said I get advantage since I'm behind him?
Yeah.
26.
You get the cuffs on him. And he immediately turns because this is we'll say that he was standing in like parade rest, just standing there like a military man in parade rest, staring at the door, standing vigilant guard. And you get the cuffs on him, and he turns in just absolute shock. And I would say he's going to lunge at you. So we'll call this an unarmed strike since he is unarmed.
I'll headbutt you.
That
Not the
is
face.
that is a 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah, it hits.
So he's just going to hit you with it. So he lunges at you and he headbutts you for 5 damage. And that will bring us to, we'll just go Norris. And these other two, they're fucking confused. So I'm going to have them on their initiative roll insight.
Oh, are we rolling initiative now?
You already did.
Oh, okay.
And they are last in the order. So, Norris, you go next. So, Commander is in cuffs. Alphonse just took a head to the fucking nose.
So, I think Norris is just going to try and help sell we need to arrest the other guy.
Okay?
and I'm just going to be like, I just mooned some people, and this commander's, I don't know which one's which, but this guy's got a key card and the other one don't. He just headbutted him. I'm pretty sure that's assaulting an officer. Y'all should fucking do something.
Give me a deception check. Depending on how good you do, they may get disadvantage on their...
What did you want me to roll you?
Deception.
Deception.
Oh my god. Where's my
The
deception
response
at?
says bad.
That's a 1. It was actually a 2, but I got a -1 modifier, so it's a 1.
Yeah, you didn't sell shit.
Ah, shit. Well, then Norris would just break his cuffs, I guess.
Okay. Give me a DC 10 strength check. Or athletics.
11.
Okay. Yeah, you just ting, and you are home free.
All right.
On that, Alphonse.
I'm gonna try to grapple and push this guy back to the cells.
Okay, make an athletics check. We'll call this a shove attack. And I will roll
21.
Oh my god. This dice rolls so terrible. So yeah, you after the headbutt, he's still kind of falling forward and you caught him off guard. And so you just step to the side and kind of let his momentum take him, and he falls prone 5 feet behind you. Anything for a bonus action? Anything like that?
Just bonus. I can't move someone that's grappled in a bonus action, right?
No.
Like move him towards
You can I think you can move him. You'd have to make an athletics check to see if, because he's a heavy armored guy.
Did he fall back into the prison car with the dude that's sleeping?
No, you're
Not yet. Still in
inside
the-
of the
still
NATO
not.
car.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess for my bonus action, I'm like, guys, help me get this prisoner in the fucking prison.
Give me a deception check, just to see if you get them on your side.
15.
15. We're gonna say that they're not going to act on this turn. Just pure confusion. That's high enough that it would confuse them, but they're not sold either way. So that'll bring us back around to the commander. And he is going to jump up from prone and, You idiots! What are you doing? I am clearly the commander. He's not pointing at himself. I am clearly the commander. Arrest this imposter! And he's just going to try to take another headbutt at you.
And while he said that, Norris would just be like, that's exactly what an imposter would say.
Another 5 damage, bludgeoning. I'm going to roll persuasion for him. That is a 4, which makes it a 5.
Yes.
So in the battle over his sergeant and the other officer, you are winning. Norris.
Norris, after I broke my cuffs, I would just look at the other officers and be like, well, if you guys aren't going to help him, I guess I will, even though I'm arrested. And I'm going to try and grapple the actual commander and push him even closer towards the cells.
If you roll high enough, I will let you move up to half your movement speed.
Would that
with
be an
him.
unarmed strike, or what would that be?
No, it's athletics. Grappling is an athletics check.
Oh, athletics. Holy fuck. 8.
Oh, actually rolled pretty good.
22.
Rolled a 26.
You're a liar.
So
These dice don't work.
so you go to grab him, and his hands are tied behind his back, and but he's so bulky that when you try to grab him and push him through the door, he's heavy, and he puts his feet up on each side of the door and stops you from pushing him through. Alphonse.
Can I bonus action surge?
Yeah.
I kick him in the nuts.
Make an unarmed attack.
Oh, is that cocked?
Yeah, that's cocked.
Oh, damn it.
That almost would have been good. Oh,
Fuck me and the goats. 11 to hit?
So you go to kick, and you land, but you hit a solid steel cup.
Oh no!
Norris just grabs his foot. Ow! Who wears a cup on a tray?
All right, Alphonse.
His hands are behind his back. I guess I'm gonna pull his gun, his own weapon. I'm gonna try pulling his own weapon.
So he doesn't have a gun on him,
Fantastic.
but he does have his shock pistol.
yeah, shock pistol.
Or not shock pistol, shock baton.
Yeah, just to try to just arrest him.
Okay. So we'll just call that another sleight of hand.
12.
12. So you get your hand on it, and it's kind of buttoned in, and so while you're trying to unbuckle it, he shifts away from you.
Okay, cool. With my bonus action, I want. Are you guys gonna stand there, or are you gonna help?
Give me a persuasion check.
That is gonna be a 26.
26. So with that, you feel like that swayed them over to your side, and they start moving towards him. Actually, they're up next in initiative, so he's going to try to fight them off. They're going to roll with advantage. So he got, that's +8, so a 24. The other guy got, they're not as strong. 17 plus 7.
A lot.
That's 24. They tied. That's 2 and okay. And then with advantage. Okay, this time. So you see these 3 guys, and this commander's a big fucking dude. And he's for a second he's able to kind of shrug them off, and he's slamming them into the walls and knocked one over one of the crates, and he's putting up a hell of a fight with these 2 other NATO officers. But eventually one of them grabs him and chucks him into the kind of rolls and just does a judo toss through the doorway into the brig, and that one took the help action, so that's going to bring us back around to the commander. The commander is in the brig, but he's not in a cell. We will add, I forgot about the other guy. He's going to be at the end. So you have 3 NATO officers towards the end of initiative. Gets in there, and he's going to stand up and try to charge out, but he can't really get anywhere. So he is going to try to convince them. You know, he's, the fuck are you people doing? What is happening here? And try to persuade them. That's a natural 2.
Now 2.
So we'll say from here, between the 3 NATO officers and and Norris, they're able to overpower him and shove the commander into a cell.
Perfect.
And as soon as they get in there, he's in there just screaming and hollering. And they go to a button on the wall and hit it, and it goes dead silent.
Yes.
And he's in there just banging on it and screaming at the top of his lungs, and no sound is making it past the bars.
As we leave initiative, I just want to pop open the conductor car door again and go, hey, guys, we got the terrorist. He's locked up. And then close it. And
What do you do from here?
I just look at Alphonse and I just turn around and put my hands behind my back. I'm like, sorry I broke the cuffs. I didn't know what to do, and you're right. I need to be arrested for mooning people.
Son, since you helped bring a criminal to justice, I am going to let you go with a warning.
Oh,
Please return back to your car.
You are so nice. Thank you. I promise I won't cause you any more trouble from here on out. I swear.
Do I need to escort you back to your seat?
No, sir. I'll find it. Thank you so much.
Let me just escort you back.
Okay, yes. You can escort me back.
Okay.
They fucking quit. Okay, so you guys go back into first class, and you're still the commander. You walk in, and
I just walk to the bathroom, drop the disguise, and leave the key card in the toilet room.
give me a stealth check.
Sure. It's, what is my stealth? It is going to be an 11.
Oh,
A 12. 11.
okay. So you come out, and there's like a dozen people in first class that are just like, that's not the guy that walked in there. and I'm assuming you just sit down and take your seats.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Yeah.
I lean over to Alphonse and go, you guys were gone long?
Oh, shit almost hit the fan.
I lean
Literal.
over. I lean over to Ash and
Almost.
I go, I tooted the horn.
I heard that.
Shit.
It
Almost.
was a nice,
hit
it was
the
a nice
fan.
toot toot.
He did a handcuff, too, if that makes it any more interesting.
You, okay.
We'll tell you this story later.
Okay.
God. I rolled to see, to just see if. So a few minutes later, one of the NATO officers, Sergeant Harris, just opens the door, pops his head in. Command, has anybody seen the commander? He came back here a few minutes ago. Brought you. Where'd the commander go?
I'll be honest with you, man. I'm still a little freaked out by all that. I sat down, and for once, I actually put my head down. I'm trying to be so good right now, Sergeant Harris. Usually, I'm all about the jokes and stuff, but right now, I'm just trying not to get arrested again.
So with that, give me a deception, just because.
Fuck, that's a 3.
7. So he turns and he's. There's some weird shit going on. Did anybody else see the commander? And you see like 2 people raise their hands. And we'll pick it up from there next time.
Once again, thanks everyone for listening to Dubstep and Dragons. We hope to catch you next time as we enter into Nashville to see what mysteries lie ahead. Don't forget to drop us a like, follow, and subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform. And don't forget to drop us a comment, see what your thoughts are on the episode. And as always, we'll see you next time.